Yo, 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 it's your boy 1D215 back with another video. Gloomy day. Gloomy, gloomy, gloomy. The doom and gloom has came and is here. And it's been here for the last few days. But I'm going to brighten up y'all day with another video. Topic of the day ain't so bright at all. I ain't gonna lie, this Diddy case that's been going on, this Sean Puff Daddy Combs case, is pretty intriguing to say the least. You're hearing stuff about all types of escapades and sexual this, sexual that. It's crazy. I mean, do I say I feel for the man? No, but I do feel as though, from what we heard so far, mind you, it's only been a few days. They looking at this trial to last at least 8 weeks. That's what they saying. It might end shorter than that, but it might go longer. Who knows? But they estimating about an 8-week trial. But it's just like, wow, man. All the things you hearing is like, man, it's a crazy world we live in. But here's the thing. So far, we've been getting testimony from one Cassie Ventura, and we going to dive into that a little bit because something about it is just rubbing me the wrong way. The Diddy case and whole is rubbing me the wrong way. Now that we hearing more information about it come out, that's definitely like got me scratching my head a little bit. But the Cassie thing is like, it's seeming like she's crying victim. And don't get me wrong, that video that we saw that came out of him assaulting her, pretty much whipping her ass, let's call it what it is, I have no bearings for that. Like, now they settled out of court, I think for like 20 mil, which is a nice check for getting your ass whipped. And I'm not making light of him, what he did there. That was crazy. Like, I mean, no matter what, and women can get to us at times, but I mean, he was kicking her while she was on the ground, the whole nine. Y'all saw it, you know, I ain't gotta explain. But that's one thing. And she got her money for that. But this whole freak off thing, when you're in a relationship with a man for 11 years, right? And she claimed this been happening from the jump, for the most part. Like, not from day one, but pretty much early in their relationship till the end of their relationship. 11 years. Think she said they met when she was 22. That make Diddy like 38, 39 years old at the time. First of all, what you looking at, and I know younger women like older men and older men like younger women. We all know that. We've been on this earth long enough to know. And there was nobody was a minor. She was of age, so it was no harm, no foul in that. But for you to paint this picture, I'm talking about Cassie here, for her to paint this picture as like this, somewhat of a saint, it seemed like. Somewhat of a saint, just a little bit. It's like you was 22 looking at a damn near 40-year-old man. Not saying there's a crime in that, but you was a little fast your damn self, first of all. Like, let's start with that. Secondly, you were the man that did all these horrible things to you. Not for 5 years, not for even 3 years, not even for a year. You dealt with this man for 11 years, right? And we all know who Diddy is and who he was. A multi-billionaire at this point. At that point, he probably wasn't quite a billionaire, but he was definitely multi-millionaire back then. So, obviously, he had some status, some clout, and women look at men like that with a different eye. So it's like, okay, I get it. Then when the question is asked to her, like, well, why did you stay so long? And not even just why you stay so long. Why did you perform these horrible acts? Like, I mean, we talk about it, the peeing, the male escorts. Diddy watching her get pounded out pretty much by different estranged fucking men, or whatever you want to call it. Why Diddy freak ass? If it's one thing, you know what? Not to get sidetracked. If it's one thing Diddy guilty of, and he definitely, like, from what we heard, he should spend some time in jail. I don't know about no life, though. We're going to get into that, too. If it's one thing he guilty of, he definitely guilty of being a nasty. I mean, 3 levels nasty freak. Because this bull, like, I mean, I'm hearing things that I'm even like, damn. And I'm a dude. I'm a nigga at the end of the day. And I'm like, what? The boy is on another level of explicit activity, just another level. So the man is, but last I checked, there's no crime against being a freak. Not dismissing all the other stuff he alleged of, because they, like I said, it's only three days into the case, into the trial. But I'm just saying, what we heard so far, he pretty much guilty of being a freak. Because getting back to the Cassie thing, they asked her, well, why, you was partaking. She mentioned the drugs, and she mentioned the manipulation, which a lot of men, if I'm being honest, will manipulate a female, especially a younger female. Especially a man with the status of Diddy, he probably had that power to manipulate. So I'm not excusing him of that. But when you're a woman with morals and you know wrong is wrong, no matter what, okay, they might get a couple weeks out of you, maybe even a couple months. You did this for 11 years. Her response was, I was infatuated in love with him so much, and somewhat jealous. She used the word jealous of him so much that I almost would do anything for him. Let me bring that to light, because yes, it is true. Because a lot of people is like saying, no, you gotta be a certain type of freak. Let me explain something to y'all that don't know, especially my fellas that don't know. When a woman likes you a lot, and I mean a lot, obsessed with you, she pretty much a damn near do, besides obviously killing somebody, deleting somebody, or something just very, very immoral. But as far as the freak stuff, we all grown. Women will do some freaky things for a certain guy. It's just fact. It's fact. These women, I'm telling y'all, they might not do it with you, per se, but it's stuff that women done with certain men that were bad for your mind. Just because they like, and we ain't talking about no millionaires. Diddy a multi-millionaire, billionaire, whatever you want to call him. We talk about regular guys that women is just infatuated, not women, but that certain woman, if she like that guy that much, I don't know about urinating in somebody's mouth and all that, but I don't even want to go there, because I could go deep into that. If you a guy, you've been around the block, you just know. Women do things for certain men. If she like you a little bit, you're going to get some pussy. But women will get tied up, do things that they never done. Probably with nobody else, or maybe other lucky guy might have got it. Bottom line is, when women like a guy, when women like a certain guy, they're going to step out of their comfort zone with that guy, no matter what. That's 100% fact. So I ain't like the fact that people say, no. Pretty much, I was taking up for Cassie on that part. But what I'm not going to take up for is, bitch, you like that shit. You like that. Now, she probably never did it, never been introduced to it till she met Diddy. But you like them weird, strange-ass men pounding you out. You probably didn't like it at first, but you got turned out by it because it was Diddy. It was Diddy. The guy that you claim you were so infatuated in love and so desperately in love with. So miss me with the whole victim. Like, yeah, she definitely was a victim during that ass whipping. She looked like a victim laying on that ground. That was wrong, and Diddy paid the price for that. But all this, we talk about racketeering, what else? All this sex. Last I checked, it wasn't illegal to be a freak. Now, is Diddy the extreme freak, a freak I never even thought existed? Yes. Yes, that's why I said if he guilty of anything, it's for being a freak. But last I checked, you don't do time for being a freak. Now, if it was drugs involved, they talking about the conspiracy and the prostitution, we got to see. We got to let the case unfold. But from what I'm hearing, all I hear is a young, well, she ain't young no more, but from what the story was, a young thought that met a multimillionaire that she happened to probably found attractive, and obviously she found his bank account attractive, and she took advantage of that. Now, did he take advantage of her? Probably. Men been manipulating women for years, and women manipulate men in a way too as well, if we being honest. But when you got this 38, 39-year-old man, this 22-year-old woman, come on, what we think was going on? he probably did, like, you know, he noticed how much she was infatuated with him and his nasty ass, because he's nasty at the end of the day. And I'm a whole dude saying this. He's nasty. There's one thing to have a little whatever with you, like, you know, we all like a little freakiness. Like, it is what it is. We all grown here. You know, I'm going to keep it real. I think everybody got somewhat of a freaky level to him. It's just like his level is just above and beyond. And it's like, I mean, first of all, at this point, I'm questioning his sexuality, which I already was. I was already looking at Diddy with, like, you know, through a different lens. Like, it's one thing to be a freak of freaks, but boy, I don't know. And I have no problem with, you know, homosexual people at all, but he was living his life as a straight man. And now we see what was going on behind the scenes. You got men knocking off your so-called woman, and while you watch with baby oil and this and that, and having them urinate on her and all types of weird stuff, while you sit there and watch. Take a certain type of guy to, you know, want to partake in that. But that's neither here nor there. So I do question his sexuality. At this point, definitely question it. It's probably not even a question no more. But it's just the whole Cassie, she playing this role, you know, she walking around pregnant, and it is what it is. But I'm trying to figure out, what the new boyfriend or husband, I think it's her husband at this point, the guy that she with now that got her pregnant, what he think of this. Because I'm going to keep it real. If I'm her dude at that time, whether I'm just now hearing it for the first time or if she tell me, I'm getting a divorce. And now I want you for half your money. The money that Diddy broke you off with, I want half of that. Because it's one thing to have a checker pass, and we all got a pass. We all got it. That's more than a pass. That's a whole situation. That's a woman that need a certain type of dude to do. Maybe he is that certain type of dude. And people say, oh, that's selfish of you. No. You sit back and hear that testimony about your, even though it was whatever years ago, and you heard that she was partaking in that, whether she was drugged or not. I don't want to be with that woman. I'm sorry. Call me shallow. Call me whatever you want to call me. Now, obviously, she must have told him this. I mean, I don't know what she did. She might have told him this before, because that would be crazy for him to first be hearing that during her testimony. Like, damn, you couldn't tell me. Like, now I really want to leave your ass. But let her would have told me that, well, there's some things in my past that I want to bring out. You know, I used to date Diddy, and you hear about the accusations on them, and they calling me up to be one of the star witnesses. I just want to let you know, it was some things that we did, and, you know, and I'm the type, I'll be like, give it to me. Like, let me know. Like, you ain't got to holler for me. I could take it. And if she would have told me that, them divorce papers would have been, because, like, people say, oh, you can't judge a person for their past. Shit. For that past, I can, no. Like, whatever she's saying is true or not, like, I don't even want to be with that. Like, I'm just sorry. Y'all know me, I got to keep it real. I'm not going to sit here and be like, I would stand by her side. No, I wouldn't. If I hear you had all these different men running through you, and about this well-known music mogul and the baby oil and the drugs, 11 years you dealt with that? 11? No, I'm cool. That's, like I said, that's more than a checker pass. Like, that's a whole, that's crazy. So I'm wondering about that, how that's going to linger with her and the new guy. You know, they're about to have this child, so who knows. But at the end of the day, so far, to me, Diddy ain't guilty of nothing except for being maybe bisexual and being a motherfucking freak of freaks. He's the king of freaks. It's not, I don't hear nothing that's like cut and dry, like, damn, this guy. Now, don't get me wrong, there's more to come out, obviously. I'm saying we talking 3 days in of this case, or 2 or 3. I think it's been 2 or 3. So far, all I hear is this young John that got manipulated a little bit and partied by random men while her boyfriend watched. That's what I heard. And a woman that pretty much somewhat liked it, because it wouldn't have lasted that long, whether you like a guy or not. It's women that would do things, like I was getting back to like how women is. It's women that do things for men. Like, trust me, I know. It's women that'll do things that's freaky for a certain guy that they like, right? But not this. And even if they is doing that, it's going to be a one-time thing, or it ain't going to linger this long. She said the freak offs was lasting anywhere from 2 to 4 days. This wasn't like no one nightly thing. She said 2 to 4 days. Unless she misspoke, I know I'm not being misquoted because I read it. 2 to 4 days. So this was a thing. This was a thing that they was doing. Ain't nobody turning up that much. Like, I done heard of wild weekends, but damn, 11-year stretch of wild weekends is wild. So, in my eyes, and I could be wrong, but y'all know I keep it real and I give y'all my honest opinion. Miss me with the Cassie is a victim. She was a victim when he beat her up. That was crazy, and that was wrong. Even if the rumors is out that she stole something from him, no matter what, that was wrong to do that to that woman like that. Like, that was crazy. But you got paid for that. This is separate. Obviously, I get why she's a star witness. She was with him during that time for over a decade. So I get why she's up there testifying. But to sit up there and woo is me type of thing, and for, like, I've been hearing some, comments on it, and it seemed like a lot of people was like, ooh, that's a shame what he put Cassie through and all that. No. Like, she was young, but she wasn't no child. A grown-ass woman going, no, you know what, I like this guy and stuff. It was a nice, lavish couple months. He bought me this mink coat. He took me to a video shoot. I did all these things, flown out with him and all that. I gotta chill, or I'm gonna come out with this shit now so I could get paid all them years ago. It wouldn't have took all these years later to come out just because you got your ass whipped and all that. You just gonna say, look, this nigga's a freak bull. I want this nigga to get locked up or whatever. Like, he had me doing all types of stuff. I wasn't myself. He drugged my drink. Whatever they claiming he doing, I'm not putting no accusations on him that haven't been talked about. But I'm just using that, for sake of this conversation. Whatever they say he drugged her, whatever type of way. Come on. That shit would have came out years ago. You're not going to be with a guy for 11 years, y'all break up or whatever, and then all these accusations come out on him, and then now all of a sudden you so distraught about all the things that happened. You was in on it. You was liking that them nasty motherfuckers fucking you and pissing. Like, I'm being real. Like, fuck that. I don't care. Like, you probably at first she was probably like, oh, shit. But she like, this Diddy, I like this guy. He going to change my life, whatever. Because it probably was some money. If he was a regular boy, she wouldn't have been doing that. Not that. Now, like I said, women do things for men that they really like. And they take that shit to their grave. Trust me, I know. And any woman want to get in the comments, tell me if I'm wrong. I know I'm not, though. Women do things for men that they like on levels. There's levels to this shit. Like, if we being real. Like, she might not do it for you. Or for me. I'm not, But there's a guy out there that she'll do certain shit for. Probably not the Cassie shit. That's to the extreme. But it is, we ain't going to go deep into that. Because I could write a book on that. But if we being real, it is what it is. So she probably liked him. She might have liked his personality a little bit, but it was mainly, obviously, because it's Diddy. The man's a millionaire. He's not a bad-looking guy. So it's like she probably was really attracted to him and attracted to the money. And she said, you know what? He asked me to do some quirky shit, but all right. And then she started liking it. There's no way that relationship gonna last that long if we being real. Some of y'all guys start using your minds and not y'all emotional, and because there's men and women that's like, oh, Diddy a monster and all that, and he is a nasty, freaky motherfucker. He's definitely out there, but last I checked, it's not a crime against being a freak. He's not on trial for beating Cassie ass. They settled that. He on trial for all this racketeering. They got Rico on this man. Like, if stuff come out like little regular stuff, do he deserve to spend some type of time in jail? So far from what I'm hearing, probably, yeah. But life, come on. And nothing over like something crazy like 30 years, 20 years, none of that. Unless something come out, like I said, we still got 8 weeks of this. But I'm using my own opinion on this. I'm not going with the masses and, yeah, man, Diddy's this, Diddy's that. Diddy's nasty, and he's a freaky bull. He a freak bull. That's pretty much the closest thing I could call it to. He's a freak bull. I think he's I think he's bisexual as well, which I don't have a problem with. But my thing is, live your life as bisexual. You out here living like you straight. That's the problem now. All these guys out here bisexual. I ain't gonna say all these guys, but there's a lot of bisexual activity going on, and that's how people walking around catching stuff and guys on the DL. That's another story. I'll probably make a video about that too, because that's getting out of hand too. And like I said, I have no problem with gay people at all. I'm heterosexual, but I have no problem with gay people. But my thing is, I hate when, getting off topic a little bit, there's a lot of these men out here living double lives, and they bisexual as fuck, but they living lives as straight men. That shit is out of line. That shit is out of pocket. So, like I said, that's another story. But I just wanted to give y'all my summary on the trial so far. The 48 to 72 hours that the trial been going on. It's a crazy one. But the whole boohoo is me, Cassie stuff, yes. We all feel sorry for you for what you went through during that video, what he did to you in that hallway. That was crazy. That was out of line. And it was out of pocket. But all this, it's, there's no video of the trial, obviously. But from what I'm hearing, it's like she was in a shaken state. She was crying up there on the jaw. Like, come on now. And I can't tell nobody how to feel emotionally, but using my judgment and my train of thought, don't hit me with the woo was me. Because 11 years ain't woo was me. Maybe a year, maybe a couple years. Maybe. Not even that long, really, but I give you maybe that. Like, you was with this man for 2 years. He had you hypnotized. He manipulated you. He used his money as power. Whatever the case may be, I could kind of go for that. That shit lasted 11 years? You gonna tell me you wasn't in on it? Let's be real, people. Let's be real. Let's not act like all these women is like, going back to it, these women is all, like, some got morals and stand on stuff, and they not with that freak shit. But I'm telling you, for the right bull, y'all might be with some of these women. Not to get personal, but y'all might be with a girl right now that just, y'all know me, I keep it real. I'm gonna give it to y'all raw. She sucked my dick. She kissed on my neck. That's the freakiest we get. She let me play with. Some of y'all girls done some of the wildest shit. Not Cassie level, maybe, but I'm just saying, some of the wildest shit with men that they found, that they deemed more attractive. They was just more attracted to. Maybe had more money. Maybe was more well endowed. Whatever the case may be. These women is busting it open for a real one. Whoever it is. So miss me with the, women, they wouldn't do. Yes, they would. It's probably not in their nature, but that guy brought that out of them. That particular guy brought that out of them. It's a real thing. And y'all women know I'm not lying. What you might do for one, you ain't do for the other. This guy got it, this guy didn't. It's fucked up, but it is what it is. And I'm not throwing no shade. I'm not behesting no shade on either point. I'm just saying the real deal is women do certain things for certain guys. And I ain't talking about, no, I'm talking about sexually. Women will do things that you don't even think she do. Your girl right now. Oh, she ain't into that. Well, she was into that with that boy. She used to be into that with him. That go for all of us, me included. I'm just saying, like, if we being real. So the Cassie thing, he was making her do it. No, she was doing it. I'm sure he presented it to her. I don't think she walked up and was like, I'm into drinking piss. I'm into having random guys fuck me while you watch. No, it was all under his request. If I'm just using my judgment, I don't know anything for fact, but if I'm using my brain, it was him that led the charge. And she probably was a little turned off by it, a little off-putting, like, oh, you into that? But she thought about that bank account, and she thought about how obsessed she was with him and how much she liked him. And she was like, shit, it's worth a try. And she got turned off by that shit, and she liked it. It wasn't always forced. She wasn't always drugged. Not no 11 years worth. Come on, y'all. Let's use our brains. Y'all know me. Let's think logical. Let's think rational. So, like I said, at the end of the day, it's a crazy story. It is what it is. We're going to be hearing a lot about it. I'll probably have some more videos on it as we learn more details, but I just had to touch on that. I hate the woo is me, whether it's a woman or a man. This ain't no ill will towards women. Like, if it was a guy up there acting like this and that, I would get on him too. I'm over here. But that's sign I need to wrap this up. If y'all like the video, comment down below. Same old, y'all. Just a crazy case. We'll see. To be continued. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Holla.